Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to do part 3 of the straight line graph, and we are going to determine the gradient of the line. Now gradient basically means how steep my line is. What is that measurement? To calculate that, basically we need to know the formula over there. This 2 and 1 basically means point number 2, what's the y value? Point number 1, what's its y value? Over here, the same thing to do with the x. So over here I have a straight line. Notice it's going in a positive direction, which means that my answer is going to be positive. So I have 2 points. You may take any 2 points on your graph. Okay, the top one I like to make point number 1, and the bottom I like to make point number 2. So y2 basically means what's the y value at point number 2. There's point number 2, and what's its y value? Negative 1. Y1 basically means the y value at point number 1, which is 3. Over there, the same thing goes to do with the x. What is the x value at point number 2? Negative 1. What is the x value at point number 1? 1. So, with that being said, let's begin. So, M is your gradient. That is the letter for gradient. So, y2 at point number 2. Here's point number 2. The y value is negative 1. Minus comes from your formula. Y1, what's the y value at point number 1? It is 3. Over. What is the x value at point number 2? Negative 1. What is the x value at point number 1? That is 1. From there, put straight into your calculator, or you can do it manually. Minus 1 minus 4 minus 3 over there is equal to negative 4. Minus 1 minus 1 is equal to negative 2. And if I simplify this, this is going to be negative divided by negative is a positive, and 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. Meaning the gradient of this line over there would be 2 units. Okay, in example number 2, the first thing I need to notice that my line is going in a downwards direction, which means that my gradient or my answer will be a negative answer. That's the first thing I need to know. From there, know your formula and substitute. So M, which is gradient, is equal to, what's the y value at point number 2? Remember, I first need to make point number 1 and point number 2. If I switch them around, I should get the same answer. Y value at point number 2 is here. The y value is negative 7. Minus 7. Minus. What's the y value at point number 1? 3. Over. What's the x value at point number 2? 1. Minus comes from your formula. What's the x value at point number 1? That is negative 1. And a negative is always going to be a positive. So if I simplify this 2 over there, that is going to be negative 10 over. Negative and a negative is a positive. So 1 plus 1 is going to be equal to 2. And negative 10 divided by positive 2 is negative 5, and the gradient of this straight line going in a downwards direction, it's going to be equal to negative 5. With that being said, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my YouTube video at GA Online Teaching, and make sure you share this video with as much people as possible, because it's a vast topic in your grade 9 exams, and especially since it's drawing closer and closer. With that being said, until next time.